Practice for IB Math AISL financial applications. Nathan receives a lump sum inheritance of 55K and invests money into savings account with an annual interest rate of 7.5% compounded quarterly. Calculate the value of Nathan's investment after 5 years, rounding our answer to the nearest dollar. We can write first on what we have, in which is a present value of 55K, and then we know that the rate is 7.5%. With compounding quarterly, so k equals to 4 and n equals to 5. So we can use the formula book as L1.4. We substitute all the numbers and solve that with GDC, and we get that the future value is 79747. After m months, the amount of savings account has increased more than 70K. Now we need to find the value of m, where m is a natural number. This implies that m is positive and not decimal. Now we want the future value to be 70,000, so we can write again on where we have the present value. We start from 55,000, and then with the same rate and it's compounding quarterly too, we want the future value to be the 70,000. We can substitute all the value into the formula book and then solve using numeric solver. We got that the n is 3.25 years. Now we need to translate that into months, in which we can multiply with 12, and then we will get that the m is exactly 39 months. So he is saving to buy a property and the price is 150K. Nathan puts down a 15% deposit and takes out the loan for the remaining amount. And now we need to write down the loan amount. So when we buy something, we should pay everything, which is 100%. And the initial deposit is 15% and the rest is with loan. So we can subtract that to find them. So 100 minus 15 in percentages multiplied with 150K. So the loan amount is 85% of those 150K. And we use calculator, we found out that the loan amount is 127,500. Now the loan is for 8 years, compounded monthly, with equal monthly payments of 1,500 made by Nathan at the end of each month. So for this loan, we need to find two things. The first is the amount of interest paid by Nathan over the life of the loan. And the second one is the annual interest rate of the loan, correct to decimal places. So to find the interest amount, we need to find the total payment that we made throughout the loan lifetime. We subtract them with the loan amount. So for D part 1, interest amount is equals to the total payment that we made subtracted by the loan amount. So the total payment is 1,500 each month for 8 years. And then the loan amount initially is here, 127,500. So the interest amount is 16K500. Now we need to find the annual interest rate, in which we are going to use the TVM solver. Now we have that the payment per year is 12, with n, which is 8 years multiplied by 12, we got 96. And then the payment is monthly, 1,500 at the end of each month. So now we have the present value, which is the present value of the loan that we get, 127,500. And now we want the future value to be 0 because we want to be clear and out of the debt. And the compounding per year is also monthly, so it equals to 12. And we solve that for interest. We get that the interest rate is 3.07 ... So the annual interest rate of the loan is 3.08%. After 5 years of paying his loan, he decided to pay the outstanding loan amount in one final payment. So we need to find the amount of final payment after 5 years, rounding your answer to the nearest dollar. If we remember back the previous part, we want the future value to be 0, but because of he has just been doing that for 5 years, it means that the future value, there is still some amount because the loan has not yet been finished. So we solve to find the future value. So we start from payment per year, in which it is 12, it's pay every month, and then it lasts for 5 years. Multiplied by 12, we got 60. And then the PMT, we pay 1,500 every month, with the present value, which is the loan, is 127,500. And the interest rate is at 3.08%, and the compounding, it's every month, 12. Now we solve for the future value, and that's the final payment that he needed to pay, because that's the remaining value of his loan at that time. Now we need to find the final amount which he saved by making this final payment after 5 years and round our answer to the nearest dollar. So to know that the amount saved, it is because there is an initial plan and there is a new plan. So we subtract them, initial plan minus adjusted plan. And we can notice that we can just focus on the loan because whatever happens, he still paid the initial deposit. So we can mark that we just focus on the loan payment plan. The first part is he pays monthly of 1500 for 8 years. So times 8 times 12. And then they adjusted in which he will do that for 5 years. But after that, he will pay this lump sum of money. So we add them, 1500 multiplied by 5 and 12. And we add the final payment loan, which is 51533. We use GDC to solve that, and we will get that the amount being saved is $2,000,467. If you want more concept or exam questions to be explained, you can send them down here by clicking the link in the description.